Kristen Twitchell's with us. She's the Executive Director of the Paradise Center for the Arts, and she's going to tell us all about December happenings at the Paradise. And, boy, you have a lot of things going on.
We do. We've had a packed schedule. It's been really exciting.
Yeah. Well, this past weekend you were super busy. How'd that go?
It went really well. The play is amazing. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about it this morning. And your comment about the wind, I get to climb that old ladder and change the marquee this morning when I'm done here.
Well, you want to do it now.
I know, exactly.
Wind's coming this afternoon.
It sure is.
Wind advisory begins at 3, so.
Well, I'll be up and off before then.
Good.
One of the things they don't tell you is in your job description.
No. They need to do is get one of those little...
Maybe a little lift?
Little hydraulic lifts is what they need.
That would be wonderful.
You know, maybe we can find somebody that'll donate one.
That would be great.
Hear that, folks? They need a hydraulic lift so that Kristen doesn't have to climb a ladder to change the marquee.
Yes, that would make a huge difference, especially in January and February.
Maybe you could convince your board of that for, workers' comp reasons.
Well, yeah, at some point we'd love to have an LED marquee just for that reason, for safety reasons. So.
Well, I kind of like the old-fashioned marquee.
I know, but I always tell people who say that, and you're welcome to come climb the ladder and change the letters for us then.
Because it kind of keeps that, 1920s feel of the building, right?
Yeah, although with today's technology, there's actually those marquees that look like it. You don't even realize that it's an electric marquee because they have old-fashioned letters on them.
Okay, well, maybe you could go that route. Anyway, you had C. Willie Miles last Thursday. That well attended?
Oh, yeah, we had over 100 people. He was as hilarious as always, he's just has such a warmth about him and kind of draws everybody in. And we're excited to have him a little bit more often again. We had him for a few years in a row, and then he moved out to California, but he has moved back to Minnesota.
Yeah, he lives in Wayzata now. He was telling us last week. Then you had the play, as you just mentioned. There was the Winter Farmers Market on Saturday. There was the Winterfest on Saturday. How'd that go?
That was phenomenal. I hope people were downtown for that. It's my understanding there were over 30 different vehicles in the parade. We had our coconuts and mistletoe, little tropical one. It was just so fun to see everybody out and see all the vehicles lit up and so many people in the community just participating in the parade, but then all the folks that came out to see it.
Well, the weather was perfect.
Yes. I don't think we can count on weather like that every year for this event.
No. And hopefully they continue it. I don't know why they wouldn't.
I think that is the plan, is to really create that tradition. Especially with the Holly Dazzle parade ending, I think a lot of local communities have said, you know what, we can do our own version. Yeah,
well, I know Montgomery's done a lighted parade for many years.
Okay.
Otana has one.
Well, it's a lot of fun, and it's probably way easier than building a float. Although there were some great floats.
I'm sure there were.
So, several different Santa sleighs. The Cheese Cave had one. It was just very fun to see the fire truck lit up. There was a tractor that was all lit up. So yeah, a lot of fun to be part of it. Fantastic.
So make sure you take that in next year, folks, if you didn't make it this year, in downtown Faribault, Winterfest. Well, we don't have a lot of time, so we really don't have time to tackle anything topic-wise. And John Perkins getting us the opening market report. Kristen Twitchell's the Executive Director of the Paradise Center for the Arts. Going to be visited by Kat Perkins here in just a few minutes. So before she gets to hit the airwaves, Kristen, we have a lot to cover.
We do, yes. So this weekend we have our second weekend of Coconuts and Mistletoe world premiere, thanks in part to a CMAC grant and just Dan Rathbun's story. It's just everybody is laughing. If you're looking for good holiday fun, you don't want to miss this show.
It's just a stress buster.
Absolutely.
No heavy thinking, no message really per se.
Yep, just a good holiday laugh and great story. And that runs Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of this weekend at 7:30. And then the final matinee is Sunday at 2. And our Thursday show is ASL Interpreted.
That's right. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then we don't stop on the following Thursday, so the 14th, it's a business after hours at the Paradise, and then at 7 o'clock, the community band has their free holiday show at the Paradise.
Is that Thursday?
That's the week from Thursday, yep, so the 14th of December.
It's free?
It's free, yep. I think they take a free will donation, but to get in, it's free.
Wow. Yeah. You hear that, folks? Absolutely free. Best four-letter word in the English language other than love. Free.
Yes. So a great chance to come support local musicians and just get in the holiday spirit. And then Friday night is our Elvis Rock and Remember Christmas. So Joseph Hall was a finalist on America's Got Talent, and he comes back. He's been on our stage a few times. But this show is literally a handful of seats away from sold out. So if you have folks who've been holding out to decide if they're going to go, we suggest your listeners get their tickets now, because we are just a few seats left on the floor, and then we're going to be opening our balcony for overflow seating. So it's almost sold out. That's the Friday, the 15th, the Elvis Rock and Remember. And then on Saturday, it's still the Winter Farmers Market and our holiday sale. And then Kathleen Petra from KGP Co. has her Crush exhibit going on at the Paradise.
And she has literally traveled the world.
She has literally traveled the world.
Yes.
And these are just a few, I think there's about 20, a small sampling of what I understand is a very large collection is on display at the Paradise.
Been on a couple of trips that I've been on. So.
Okay, yeah, from around the world.
Fun person, Kathleen is.
And then we've got the holiday sale and the Crush exhibit, and then Bethlehem Academy students are in our Corey Lane Krieger Memorial Gallery. So lots of opportunities. Come shop local. Great gifts people can get. Great fresh goods from the farmers market. So Saturday is, well, the holiday sale is actually open continually during our regular hours, and then the farmers market is just Saturdays. And then Sunday, very excited to have Kat Perkins. She was a semifinalist on NBC's The Voice. She was on, for those folks who watch The Voice or have heard of it, she was on Adam Levine's team. And she had my vote. I was sad that she didn't make it all the way, but she's a Minnesotan and has just a great voice. Actually, a funny story, I was at a showcase where we can go and listen to little short bits of musicians and bands play. And I was standing by this person at the bar, and they were pretty short, and I kept looking at her going, I know you. I think I know you. And so I did that, I think we've met before, and she was really gracious and said, oh, well, it's nice to meet you. And then she got up and sang, and it was then I realized I knew her because she was on TV. I hadn't actually met her, but she was really sweet about it and didn't make me feel like an idiot for thinking I knew her.
Well, she probably gets that all the time.
Yeah. She was a lot shorter in real life than I thought. So I'm pretty short, and she was shorter than me, so I didn't realize that was her. But it was very fun, and as soon as I heard her sing that night and heard about her holiday show, I booked her. So that was a little over a year ago. She was that good, and she brings a whole group of musicians, a full holiday production. And so it's going to be a lot of fun.
So it's all holiday music?
It's a mix of a lot of holiday favorites, and then she does some of her original holiday songs. But she's just an incredibly talented musician. So, and this show is played at the Chanhassen regularly. So we're really lucky to have it down here.
Boy, that's
at
for
the Paradise.
Sure. So does she do blues or what kind of?
No, she was originally a rock and roller, but she has this amazing voice, so it's a real mix. It's not going to be it's going to be a little bit of rock, but not overkill on the rock. And I'm sure she'll tell us more about the show in a few minutes. Oh, sure.
Yeah, we'll get details from her in person here in a few minutes. Appreciate her doing that. This is an Elvis impersonator.
Our Joseph Hall is. That's our Friday night show. So he's the Friday show. Kat Perkins is was in a band for many years and is a solo artist.
Right, but I mean the Elvis show on the 15th.
Yes, he's a really good. They call him the Young Elvis, but he's actually endorsed by Elvis Presley Enterprises and has won some fairly prestigious awards. So he's very, I guess, well received Elvis. Not all of them get those accolades. So there's a select group of those impersonators who actually are endorsed by Elvis Presley Enterprises. So it's a big deal.
So he's a young Elvis.
He's a young Elvis. Actually, people always call him the hot Elvis.
The hot Elvis?
Yes.
Was he burning or?
No, I guess he's just a good-looking young man.
Oh, no, I was just kidding.
But a lot of folks, people travel from all over to see him. So... And that's, we're thankful to KGP Co. That's part of their music series. And then the Kat Perkins show is the wrap-up to our Crossroads Anniversary series. It's the last show of our 10th anniversary.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Yeah, we've had a year of celebrating, and that will wrap it up.
And then we're going to start on the next 10.
I know, we do. I'm excited. So we're kicking off in 2013, if there's any Pink Floyd fans, we have Run Like Hell coming. They're America's premier Pink Floyd show. They're not impersonators. They're just trying to stay true to the music. I got to preview the show. It's amazing. It's really an amazing show. When I was there, there were kids all the way up to seniors with walkers. So it's really, for those folks who like Pink Floyd, it has a great appeal, great visual show.
It's hard to believe, isn't it, that Pink Floyd fans would be seniors now? But it's probably true.
I think they're all ages. So that's our first show, and that is Saturday, January 13th. That
when you think of the Beatles,
Yep.
McCartney's in his 70s.
Right. So we want folks to know about that. They can already purchase tickets online. Our new season guide will be coming out shortly, but we want folks to get out there and purchase tickets for Run Like Hell, and don't miss out on that show. It was really just a spectacular show. Those musicians, they spent a year and a half practicing this show before they took it on the road.
The neatest thing, I think, about the winter farmers market, other than the fact that you get fresh veggies and fresh bread and some good food, is you can buy some gifts in your gift shop at the same time from your holiday sale.
Yes, and those are all local artists. We have over 20 artists with their work featured in the gift shop. So that's where I'm doing my Christmas shopping this year.
Well, you're not even leaving the place. December 23rd is when that all ends, right?
Yes, that is the last for both the Winter's Farmers Market and the holiday sale.
And the holiday music is going to be each weekend now?
Yes, that's great. Thanks for that reminder. So on each of those Saturday afternoons during the Winter's Farmers Market, there'll be live music.
Fantastic. So take it in, folks. The holiday sale at the Paradise Center for the Arts runs all the way through the 23rd, and
don't forget, several ways for folks to get tickets. As I mentioned, you can get them online on our new website, paradisecenterforthearts.org, or in our box office. We're open Tuesdays through Saturday from noon to 5, and then we stay open till 8 on Thursdays, and then we're always open an hour before the show. Or you can call 507-332-7372. So we've got lots of ways for folks to get tickets, so don't miss out.
Is Kathleen Petraw's Craich exhibition part of the gallery?
It is, yep. It's in the Carlander Family Gallery, the Crush exhibit. And so that's on display through December 22nd. And there's amazing, just the individual crushes, and then she has a Christmas tree that is full of nativity ornaments. It's just full. It's beautiful. So folks really need to come on down and take in that show before it comes down. Yeah,
I'm going to guess she's got quite an exhibit. Because like I said, she's been all over the world.
She has, yeah, and some of the exhibits are international as well.
And gets to collect all of those nativity scenes from everywhere, including the Middle East.
Yeah. And there's some ones that are more traditional and some that are a little bit more fun and maybe unexpected.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So that's part of the KDHL Power 96 gallery season.
Great. Just waiting, checking my email here to make sure I didn't miss something.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a little past 9:45, but who knows? People's watches aren't all on the same time.
That is true.
How that works. What else is going on? Is this just it up until Christmas, and then you have a couple weeks off, or how's that work?
That's right. We have a couple of classes that are happening right now, and folks can check those out on our website. Pretty much full in our classes. Everything has been selling out, our classes, our shows. So we're wrapping it up with kind of a big bang with the play, and then this big weekend of music, and then we are open through the 23rd, and then we actually shutter our doors for that week of Christmas and give the staff a much-needed break before we gear up for the new year and the new season.
And so you're closed down through the first of the year?
Yeah, we reopen again on Tuesday, January. I don't know off the top of my head. Is that the 2nd this year or the 3rd? So, and then I mentioned Run Like Hell, but for folks who've been to some shows this past year, the other show we have is the January Thaw, and we'll have a new musician. And I just got an email, so I'm going to why don't you tell us about a favorite holiday tradition of yours? And I apparently shorted them a number. What is the number I need to call?
507.
Okay, 1 second. I got to hit. Good thing I have this on me. Okay, here we go.
333
507-333
4222 gets her right here.
I missed it too, so hopefully Kat will be calling in just a second.
Not a problem.
Just resent that.
I don't really have any holiday traditions.
You don't?
Not anymore, no. Nope. I don't. My new holiday tradition is to, if it's warm enough, make pork chops.
And why pork chops? Just do you like
I
them?
don't know. I like pork chops.
Well, I miss lefse. I grew up with a Norwegian grandmother and a Swedish grandfather. And
no, there's a lot of lefse around. I
know. I missed the one on Saturday, so I've got to get some fresh made lefse. So,
I mean, a lot of churches around have lefse.
Oh, they're calling on my cell phone, so hold on.
Well, that's not going to work.
Hello, this is Kristen.
So while Kristen gets that, we're gonna get her on the.
I just sent you the phone number.
So she's visiting with Kat, and hopefully Kat will give us a call here shortly. Holidays again runs through the 23rd of December through the 23rd. And you might want to take that in over at the Paradise Center for the Arts. By the way, these performances of the play, and I don't have the information in front of me. I don't know that Kristen does either. The cost on the play. Do you remember?
Yes, absolutely. So the cost for members is $14. For non-members is $16, and then for students is just $10. And that we honor students of any age. I heard your broadcast with them last time, and you were joking about life, those who are students of life. But these are students with an actual valid student ID, whether you're a graduate student, a college student, or a high school student.
Yeah, those guys pretty much took over the show, didn't they?
They did. So those are the prices. And then we actually have group rates, and we have some specials going on both for groups and businesses.
And we should have with us on the phone line, I don't know, maybe Kristen can do the introduction.
Yeah, so this is Kat Perkins. She's a wonderful musician. I got to hear her at a showcase, but most people know her from her run on NBC's The Voice. She was a semifinalist on The Voice, and Minnesota musician, and we're thrilled to end our Crossroads anniversary series where we've been celebrating some great Minnesota musicians all year long, and she's wrapping up their anniversary series.
All right. Well, Kat, thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
I appreciate it. Now, I haven't had the pleasure of hearing you sing, but Kristen says you have a voice like an angel.
Well, I always feel like I was born to be a singer, so I think I'm in the right business for myself.
Did you know this at a very young age?
I did. I started singing, I guess, before I could talk, if you ask my mother. And I knew by kindergarten that that's what I wanted to do, and I was pretty headstrong about it.
And you're a Minnesota native, right?
I grew up in North Dakota, actually, and then when I graduated high school, I moved to Minneapolis, Minnesota, where I currently live now. So I've lived in Minneapolis for almost as long as I grew up in North Dakota, and I call Minneapolis home for sure.
Okay. So, but you still tell people you're a Minnesota native, right? I'm just teasing, of course.
I do.
Just teasing. So
that's because I'm the biggest Vikings fan in the world.
Well, there you go. So what was the experience like on that, The Voice?
Oh, my goodness. It was, I think the best word to describe it is intense. But it was fun. It was exciting. It was scary. It was very educational. I honestly am so glad that is part of my journey in life because it taught me so much about myself and it made me a better performer and person.
Well, that's awesome. So how are the stars like to work with?
You know what? They're exactly how you want them to be. I know that some people always think, oh my gosh, sometimes when you meet your favorite, famous people that it ruins kind of the perception that you had of them. But Adam Levine was my coach, and he was absolutely incredible. He was super genuine, super nice, and Blake Shelton is like the funniest man you'd ever meet, and he's super tall, like 6'6", and you would just love to hang out with this guy. He's a real dude.
Yeah, he seems like he'd be a party animal.
Yeah, absolutely he is.
You want to say something?
Oh, yeah, I would love to hear just a little bit more about what our audience has in store for this show. I guess it's on the 17th, so a week from this coming Sunday.
On the 17th, immediately after the Vikings game, by the way, because I'm the hugest Vikings fan, so I know their schedule. and we cannot wait to be at the Paradise Center because we've never been there before. The Christmas show is something completely different for me. We pull out all the stops. We do singing, dancing. I play the French horn. I tap dance. And, of course, I sing all of our favorite country tradition or Christmas traditional tunes. And then I have some of my own original Christmas tunes that I've written myself that are on my record.
Tap dancing? Is that what I heard?
Yes, I'm going to be tap dancing in Faribault this year. Now, don't hold it to me. I'm not the greatest, but we certainly have fun tap dancing on stage.
Isn't that awesome? Tap dancing. Is this a first for you, Kat?
This is a definite first for me.
Oh, she's laughing.
Do you have a favorite Christmas song?
I think that my favorite one to sing is "Oh Holy Night." It's just so beautiful, such a big song, and I like singing big, slow tunes, big ballads.
Yeah, that is a good song. I like
my favorite too. I've been singing that one in church as a soloist for years. So
no kidding.
Yeah,
same here. It was probably one of the first ones I ever sang in church as a solo in the choir too.
Oh Holy Night, Silent Night's kind of my favorite.
Well, I like "Oh Holy Night" because I'm an alto, and it's a good song for those low voices.
Yeah,
so.
That's true. And you know what? We do a really cool rendition of Silent Night in this show as well, and I think you'll really love that.
Got the little bells on it then, too, or instrumentation?
Absolutely. We've got, you know what? We are bringing like a full orchestra to you guys. It's like a 10-piece band. There's strings, there's horns, there's French horn, there's trumpet, there's background vocals, there's guitar, there's bass. You guys are in for it down there in Faribault.
Sounds awesome, doesn't it, Kristen?
It does. I actually have a friend who wants to drive down from the cities who's a fan, but she wanted to bring her daughter, so this is a great question, because a lot of us know you more as a rock and roller, and she was a little worried that it was going to be a little too loud. Is it more Christmassy and less rocky?
Oh, absolutely. With the orchestra, with the strings, it definitely, makes it a whole other kind of instrumentation, and it's super fitting for families and bringing the kids. Santa makes an appearance, and it's definitely a different kind of show for me, which is why I like doing it.
But Kat.
What?
Sorry, go ahead. Also.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to, you go ahead. Also.
Okay, also, we feature a rising star in each community, so I have all these kids come and sing with me that are talented singers around the area, and I seek them out through their musical directors at schools, and in Faribault, we are featuring 2 kids from Lakeville High School, Lakeville South, and you're going to get to hear these up-and-coming rising stars that have never been on stage before.
Wow, that's cool. What a great idea, Kat.
Yes, it feels so good to be able to give kids a stage, because that's exactly what I wanted when I was young.
Of course.
Yeah, so we are very excited, and it's my understanding you've premiered this. Is this the similar show to what is at the Chanhassen, or is this a whole new show for this year?
It's a whole new show, but this is the 3rd year of the Christmas show, but we completely change it every single year. In fact, this year it's so jam-packed full of fun and different things that I'm not sure how we're ever going to top this year.
Oh, well, I'm sure you'll figure out a way. Anything else, Kristen?
That's great. That's just a way to, it's ending our 10th anniversary celebration, so we are thrilled that it sounds like it's going to be a great show, and so thankful that you're willing to come to a theater of our size. I know you play a lot larger venues, so thanks for coming to Faribault.
Yeah, thanks, Kat.
Oh my God, it's my pleasure, and in fact, for Christmas, the intimate venues like this are the perfect kind of vibe that we need to, get in the spirit of Christmas and get in the spirit of the holidays.
Is it your favorite holiday?
It is definitely my favorite holiday, and I think that it has a lot to do with my birthday. I was born for this. Literally, I was born on December 23rd.
No kidding. My birthday's December 22nd.
No way!
Yeah, it is. Seriously.
December babies.
Yep, we're good people.
That's right. Only the greats are born in December. That's what I always say.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Kat. I better let you go. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Kat.
Thank you. We'll see you in a few weeks.
You got it. Kat Perkins joining us this morning. Wasn't that cool? We got very close to being the same birthday.
Yeah. And the 10-piece orchestra, that's why I said I just don't want folks to miss this show. So you can get their tickets at ParadiseCenterForTheArts.org. Come on down to our box office or call 507-332-7372. It's just going to be an amazing holiday show.
And what day is that on again?
That is on Sunday, December 17th at 5 p.m. So we put it at that, so it's great for families. It's not too late if you don't like to be out too late after dark. And as she said, it's a show for all ages, whether you're kids or grandparents or everybody in between. Come on out for this great holiday show.
And then the Elvis show is?
The Elvis show is Friday the 15th at 7:30 p.m. And again, that one is almost sold out. So and so Cat Perkins is getting close to sold out. So for both of those shows, you want to call right away or get online and get those tickets.
You can book it in your PJs, folks.
Right, and don't miss Coconuts and Mistletoe this weekend. A great holiday play with lots of laughter.
Right, you can get tickets online there, too?
Yep, all of these tickets are available online, over the phone, or at the box office at the Paradise.
ParadiseCenterForTheArts.org.
Thanks, Gordy.
You bet. ParadiseCenterForTheArts.org is the website. And again, the 2018 season, can they get tickets for that
yes,
stuff now,
they can
too?
start. Even though the guide isn't quite out, we want to make sure they don't miss out on the January shows. So that January 13th Run Like Hell Pink Floyd show are already on sale, and so is January Thaw, which has my friend Diana Parks and coming back to do a great mix of just fun dance, country, and classic rock music.
Sounds like fun, as it always is, at the Paradise Center for the Arts. Remember, you can take those art classes, too, and it sounds like they're filling up fast, so take advantage.